I came in as a freshman, you know, and I participated in the shows and I wasn't really sure about it at first. And like as soon as like we got into shows and I met friends really quickly, and it like becomes sort of a home on campus for sure. Like I'm always in Garvey and always in the theater, always in the Epic Room, which is the hangout room for the theater kids, and we do homework in there and eat lunch and everything. And just a lot of the people that I've been in shows with and been in the department with, I'm really close friends with now. When I was a freshman, I was still getting supporting roles, and I don't think that I would have gotten those when I was going to like bigger schools. And it helps a lot in classes too, because our theater classes are relatively small, and so you get a lot of one-on-one time with your professor, and they're able to help you a lot and build you up as an actor or as a designer. And like I just got to design my first show this past semester, and I feel like if I went to a different school, I would have to like mainly go only into acting, but I've been able to do design, and I've been able to do stage managing and directing and all the things. I would say get involved with as much as you can. Be involved with Players, which is the theater club on campus. We do a lot with the theater, fundraising and everything. Do as many shows as you can, and don't just like do acting either. You can do crew, you can design, you can just like help out and hang out too. Being involved is really important, and staying on top of your schoolwork, because it's kind of hard in theater because there's a lot of reading you have to do and a lot of research into your characters and everything. But if you stay on top of it, you will improve. Probably Helena Rubinstein and War Paint was my favorite. It was a real challenge to be her because she was a lot older than I am, and she came from a way different background than I did, and I had to speak in a Polish accent and sing in a Polish accent too. And that was a real challenge, but I like became like I grew as an actor in that show. I know I did. We do an audition workshop every year to tell you how to do a proper audition, which is very important for any person doing theater, not even majors. Like if you're just doing community theater, like you need to know how like proper audition etiquette. And I've been working on my audition book for the songs and everything that I have to prepare for auditions, and like monologues. In acting class we do a lot of monologues, and it's important to have contrasting monologues. And along with that, the stage makeup class, actually that's something you shouldn't miss, is the stage makeup class, because with Sharon, that class was so much fun. Like just every week I looked forward to going to it. And but learning stage makeup, learning how to direct and design. The directing class, I would really suggest, like if you're a theater major, and I mean an older theater major, I guess, they get into the directing classes. And I got to direct a scene, and that was a really good opportunity to see behind the table, and to see like other actors and what they do and the kind of tricks that they do. And it was a really good learning opportunity for me to see like the whole process. So the library is sometimes a little crowded for me, and so the Epic Room is kind of like a safe haven for us theater kids. And all our, like, we all just chill in there all the time, like between classes, for lunch, like literally all the time. During like tech week, I'm there literally all day because I have classes in there all day. And so I'll like sometimes bring food from home and stuff, or like grab something from the union and bring it over. And we get ready in there sometimes, like we're just doing our makeup or something. And yeah, it's a nice place. I'm hoping to go to Chicago and there's over like 200 theaters in Chicago, and so hopefully I can get a job in one of those. I would like to do some like stage managing and like design kind of things at first, like if I had like a steady job, but my main focus I think will be acting. I'll be doing a lot of auditioning and trying to get into the union, which if they don't know, like as an actor in bigger cities especially, to be in bigger shows you have to be in the Actors Equity Union, and you have to build up your way, like you have to build up so many credits to get into the union, and so that's going to be my main focus going into Chicago, is to get into the union. I've been involved with Topeka Civic Theater in town and the Ad Astra Theater Ensemble, which is no longer a thing anymore. We were really well accepted, like, because a lot of us hadn't done any community theater, like in Topeka outside of Washburn when we come in because we're from out of town. But every show I've auditioned for, I've gotten into. I haven't had any big roles yet, but like I'm working my way up. But they're all really welcoming, and they work around your school schedule, so that's good too. And because I was in a show at Topeka Civic this winter, and I was in classes, and I was in another show at Washburn too, and so I was able to do both, and so they were really understanding of that.
So being a part of the theater community is an incredibly unique experience. And if you're going to school for theater, you probably already know theater kids are wild and fun and some of the best people you'll ever meet in your entire life. It was one of the highlights, if not the highlight, of my time at Washburn University was the theater department. What I loved about it is I wasn't a theater major, and I was able to participate and get roles and everything just by being a scholarship student and being a minor. Even though the department is small, all of the faculty is incredible and has incredible experience and has worked in places all over the country. And so it's really a great program if you're looking to major in theater. That really shapes the way the department is. It's very community focused and centered, and it is that sense of inclusivity. We took a trip to London my freshman year. Right now, they're planning a trip to Scotland to go to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.